Hey guys! Oh, there we go. It's Shellen. I've got 1:59, so I'll just wait a minute till I see somebody's on. It's always good to know you're on the right page, right? Okay, I've got 2 o'clock. If you're on, feel free to say hi. My name is Shellen, and I'm coming to you live from Fort Wayne, Indiana. And we are in great company. We have had some amazing tips through the last week, and it's so exciting. And I want to thank Sharon for asking me to join in. There was so much chatter about my apple pie making class, so we thought I'd just hop on here for a day and share with you some tips on how you can do it before Christmas, because it's so easy, it can be done. So actually, I did it 2 years ago on December 23rd. And my post for telling people about it on Facebook was, "Prove my husband wrong. He said nobody would come." So what happened was I did have 3 ladies end up showing up on December 23rd. And we made pies and we had fun. And I'm trying to think how I knew them. I didn't know any of them. And they all have become amazing customers and hosts. They were all related, sisters and a mom. And actually, funny story, one of the sisters was visiting from Texas, and they asked her, "Do you want to do a Pampered Chef pie making class, or do you want to go to Stain and Stencil?" They chose Pampered Chef, so very fun, right? Okay, so apple pie making class. What I did was I studied Jill Lerner's video that she posted here on Director Success. It's on her YouTube channel, Mile High Apple Pie. And I'm not a cook or a baker, but I can do it. It is so easy, you guys. So I watched her video and I invited people. I got onto Facebook and I just said, you know, I'm having a mystery host Mile High Apple Pie class for Thanksgiving. You'll go home with your pie, you know. I mean, basically I just posted about it. And my theory with a Facebook post is that if you don't get a hit on it in like 10 minutes, nobody's really gonna comment on it. You need a good comment or two to get the excitement going and get the chatter going, right? So when I saw that I wasn't getting the hits on it that I wanted, I went to Messenger. Every single day I messaged 10 to 15 people and I would say, "Hey girl, did you see that I'm having an apple pie baking class at my house right before Thanksgiving? You can serve it at Thanksgiving. It would be so much more fun if you would join us. What do you think? Did you see the post?" And of course, I always end every single message in a question. What do you think? I'd love for you to join us. What do you think? Because I want them to reply back. And that is just across the board with anybody. I always end everything with a question. So I got lots of comments back saying, "Oh, I can't come the day before Thanksgiving. I would have really liked to, blah, 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 blah." And I also send it out on Consultants Corner, by the way. And what happened was I had one person RSVP from the email from Consultants Corner saying that they were coming on Wednesday before Thanksgiving. And I had a ton of people telling me that they wished I was doing it on Tuesday. So what I did was I opened up 2 classes. And so I had a class on Tuesday night and a class on Wednesday night. And it turned out that my class on Tuesday night had like 8 people, I think, at it. And my class on Wednesday night had 3 people at it. So it was perfect. And I was so nervous about the first class because there were so many people there. And guys, I'm not one to use the apple peeler core slicer. So I use it once a year at my apple pie making class. So I was also nervous because I didn't feel confident with it, but I know that somebody at my house is gonna know it better than me. So anyway, I just set the apple peeler core slicer like this on my countertop. And because we had so many people here, which again, oh, I'm really bright, which again, it was only 7 or 8 people, but I felt like it was a lot of people. We ended up doing it in stations. I have these bins from Dollar Tree. And it turns out that one of these bins completely full will cover the apple pie. So in my first class, one of the girls wanted to make sure we had exactly 6 pounds. So we weighed it. So yeah, so one of these bins from Dollar Tree, the dollar store, Dollar Tree, will cover up all your apples. So basically I have them bring their apples, and I have them bring tapioca, which is in place of flour, and they bring their crust. I had one lady come, she brought her own homemade gluten-free crust, which was great, all worked out, and I had stations set up around my kitchen. So, and they were all good with everybody sticking to one spot or rotating if and when it was needed. So I was thankful for that as well. Because, you know, sometimes people can get a little weirded out about somebody else doing something for their pie, right? I did have one girl come who brought her own apples from an apple orchard. So she made her own pie. We didn't touch her apples. I'm like, she's got the good apples, right? Hi! Thanks for saying hi, Natasha. So what we did was we had stations. So I had one station, somebody using the marble, you know, the rolling pin, and she was rolling out everybody's pie crusts. One person, 2 people were doing the apple peeler core slicer, which of course we didn't slice. And the way to not slice, you guys, there's a piece that sits on the front of this that just comes right off, and it just then doesn't slice. It just peels and cores. It peels. It didn't core. So what we did, we had another station. So they were done with this tool. So then they went on to the wedger, and then we had 2 people with 2 cutting boards wedging all the apples and getting all the seeds out. So we had the pie crust, the wedger, the apple peeler core slicer, and then everybody mixed in their own sugars and their own, everybody had one of these for all their apples. And then everybody put their own apple bin in their crust. And then everybody also put their own crust on top as well, but we already had them rolled out. So it was super fun, super easy. They had a great time. I provided the sugars and the butter. That was it. And so they had to pre-purchase the pie plate. And I made it a mystery host party, and I had them all delivered here to my house. And people would say, hey, is it too late to join? And I said, no, it's never too late to join. So I said, you know, if for some reason your apple, or for some reason your pie plate doesn't come, are you okay with that? You know, and everybody was fine with it, but they all came. So it was all good. So I pre-sold, I think I wrote it down here. I pre-sold 13 pie plates. And something I learned through this experience, which was fabulous, I had a customer who came, who was at a party before the apple pie making class. And at that party, she said to me, Shellen, is it too late for me to buy 3 more pie plates? Because she wanted all her pie plates to match. How fabulous is that? I'm like, no, of course not. So we didn't even add it to the party because it had to get closed that night to make sure that we got it, because it was pretty soon, the apple pie making class. So she ordered her pie plates. So definitely ask people if they need to purchase more than one or make more than one pie. She made 2 pies at the party, so that was fun. Now for my big party on the first night, I was a little nervous. So I had bought another apple peeler core slicer. So we had 2 stations of that set up. And then that night I raffled it off for a winner. So much fun. They had so much fun with that. And then of course they all walked out with the season's best, the recipe, and, you know, a little bag, you know, of Twix-Its or whatnot. Just a little fun giveaway to thank them for coming. But again, I did have it as a mystery host party. So when I do my mystery host parties, I like to make sure that everybody wins something. So like if it's $100 or $90 for free, then I have 3 people that will win the $30, right? And then of course at the end I email everybody again and I say, above and beyond what you've already won, you also get an extra 25% off anything else above and beyond what you've already purchased. Would you like me to add anything for your order? And of course, people always want that, right? So, and that's great because that's what we make commission on. So that's just a little tip also. When they brought a friend, they got $5 off. So actually that first night, I only knew a couple of the people here. They all brought friends. So that's awesome because now they're all new friends to me on Facebook and new bookings. So of course I also had booking bags. I had really cute like little dollar Christmas bags set up with like Dollar Tree socks and napkins from the dollar store. Really cute, just fun napkins and a party pack inside. So they would go home with everything they needed for their party. I also had cash and carry. So in my office, I had cash and carry, and you only have to say that to the first person that comes because immediately it's all like, oh my gosh, I want to go look at cash and carry before we start doing this. So everybody went to go look at cash and carry. I sold a lot that night. So that is fun also. So what else happened? I got notes here. If you have questions about the apple pie making class, you're certainly welcome to post it and ask. But if you search in the search box of the group, apple pie Shellen, you will find a whole long post about the apple pie making class. Super easy. The second night that we did it, we didn't do stations because there were only 3 people. So they all did their own pie making. And it was lots of fun. And both nights were super fast. The first night, it started at 6:30. Everybody was out of here by 9. And that included the bookings, the recruiting incentive and talk. And it included the cash and carry, of course, making our pies and eating. So, of course, and wine. Everybody had wine. So I had a couple charcuterie trays out and wine, a wine platter or a wine tray. But then I asked everybody to go ahead and post on Facebook all their finished pies when they were done baking them. So that's a lot of fun also, and that's great advertisement for you because everybody's posting all their baked pies. And I went ahead and went live during my pie making class to share how much fun we had. So it was just a fun night. It's a great way to make extra money this month, and really you can do it right before Christmas. Like I said, I did it and had 3 people here, and they have turned into the best customers ever. So it's never too late. All right, well, if you have questions, let me know, and I hope that you guys have fun making some apple pies. Thanks for having me. Have a great rest of your week. Bye.